Thank you for watching the Cartoon News Network. My name is David Bertha, also known as CEO Dave, better known as King David.
Sister Nakia, my prince.
We are home.
Welcome home, kings and queens. I'm the mind, body, and soul behind the Cartoon News Network. You're watching Morning Joe. The host of our show, Joe Marlborough, will join us shortly. If you like our content, please smash that like button and subscribe. Today we're going to put Kane County, Illinois and its racist ass Sheriff Ron Haynes on blast before I face trial on harassment charges against his wife.
It's never gets old.
On November 30th, 2021, I sent an email to Kane County State's Attorney Jamie Mosser, Public Defender Rochelle Conant, several Kane County judges, a few Kane County board members, and the state's attorney's bitch-ass husband, Jameson Eisenmonger. The email was titled, Jizz in Her Mouth Jamie. The email read, one of the district attorneys in the Ahmaud Arbery case, Jackie Johnson, was arrested on charges of obstruction of justice a few days ago. You deserve the same fate. You won't prosecute court reporters or sheriff's deputies for obstruction of justice because you're guilty too. You knew Devil Dwarf suppressed and concealed grand jury testimony, and you supported him in court when the judge denied my discovery motion anyway. You had a choice to make. You could have been part of the solution or the problem. You chose to be part of the problem. I will make you pay for that choice, bitch. I wrote another email on January 12th, 6 weeks later. It was titled, Ashley is a Hoe Hang. It read, I smell pussy. Surprisingly, it's not yours. It's your husband. He's pussy. I smell it. You're in a lesbian relationship, bitch. Plus, I'll call you a bitch to your face, bitch, and your husband won't say shit without his clan. I spoke at a committee meeting in November. Your husband ordered extra security. I smell pussy. I spoke at another meeting in December. Your husband ordered extra security again. Again, I smell pussy. I'm an unarmed black man without a record of violence, entering a public building in order to exercise my First Amendment rights. Racist Ron is a scary-ass bitch with a bulletproof vest, badge, and gun. I'll attend another meeting tomorrow. I'm an army of one. I wrote that letter to Ashley Haynes, the wife of Sheriff Ron Haynes. The email went to like 50, 60 different people. State's Attorney Jamie Mosser's bitch-ass husband wrote me an email back. It read, Mr. Bertha, this email is to inform you that you are to have no further communication with me or anyone at Performance Health. This includes being copied on the emails that you are sending to the Kane County officials. I am not a Kane County employee and have nothing to do with the issues that you are writing about. I am a private citizen. If you contact me any further, I will notify the police and seek charges for harassment by electronic communication and will apply for a no-contact order to be entered against you.
Okay. So, let me get this shit straight. Kane County State's Attorney Jamie Mosser's husband got a restraining order because a black man insulted someone else's wife. Not his wife. Somebody else's wife. I mean, jizz in his mouth, Jameson Eisenmenger really has a slave master's mentality. He didn't write stop sending threats to me and my family. He wrote that another man, not 3/5 of a man, but a whole other man could not communicate with him, his family, any of the almost 500 people that work with him at Performance Health, or any affiliate of Performance Health. Wow, ain't that some shit? So, that's what the state's attorney and her husband did. Sheriff Ron Haynes' wife, Ashley, also filed harassment charges against David Bertha. We'll let him finish reading the emails to see if she had a good reason to file for a protection order against him, or is she just a Karen calling the police on a black man for committing the crime of insulting her in an email? King David will end our program by reading from an email sent to him by Sheriff Ron Hain expressing his immense pleasure upon hearing of another black man's imminent arrest.
On January 14th, 2022, I wrote an email titled, Jamie Jizz in Her Mouth Massa. If you have the power to help change a racist system and don't in order to maintain power, then you're a racist. A man of color wrote some shit that you and your bitch ass husband didn't like. Your solution is to lock the nigga up. The Village of Elburn Police Department doesn't threaten Jeff Ward with arrest for harassment every time he writes an article cussing your dumb ass out or suing racist Ron Hain for unpaid fees. Plus, racist Ron is too pussy to implement a policy of just de-escalation. He can't secure the safety of a room full of innocent people at a committee meeting from a black menace like me without the assistance of 5 deputies. Happy MLK Day, King David. After police attempted to arrest me and failed, I wrote the following email on January 20th. Assalamu alaikum. Jizz in her mouth, Jamie Mosser and racist Ron Hain have shown their true colors. All of their talk about police de-escalation, pre-arrest diversion programs, and criminal justice reform went out the window when I expressed my political opposition to them. A lot of public officials and private citizens have received dozens of emails from me over several years expressing my opinions on people and events in Kane County. None of my emails were considered obscene until Ashley as a whole Hain received one. None of them were evidence of harassment before Jizz in his mouth Jameson Isenmonger received one. My First Amendment rights end where their white privilege begins. The police showed up at my house this morning. I'm still an army of one. Allahu Akbar, King David. In response, Sheriff racist Ron Hain wrote, enjoy your next criminal charge. If you want help, just talk to me like a human. Otherwise, keep on your spiral of failure. He wrote this at 9:43 p.m. He's the sheriff.